Well, Helen Hildegard was named after my grandmothers. Helen is my grandma from India. Hildegard is my grandma from Germany. I named it after them partly as a legacy to that generation that used herbs kind of as part of their daily life to foster wellness for their family. So we were happy to be nominated as one of the best unique gift stores in Toronto by the readers of Now magazine. So that was exciting, given that we're only a couple years into our retail foray in Toronto. But I think maybe where that was coming from is the fact that we do offer a very intimate service in trying to match people with what they're looking for their own health or their enjoyment, whether it's in the way of a cream, a tea, a piece of jewelry, even a fun shade of nail polish, or something to enhance their home with diffusers and essential oils or incense, and knowing that with any of those elements that they then take on, it's something that has a certain consciousness behind it for quality and efficacy. And so having all of those things under one roof and then having a certain trustworthiness of what the product will actually do for them, I think that's partly what sets us apart. So it was interesting because when we opened up the store, it was supposed to be a concept focused around green beauty, and my dispensary was going to be all custom skincare, where people would come up to the counter and say, I have this skin condition and I need this kind of thing, and then I would compound a cream for them on the spot. But it turned out that people were coming up and were very interested in the herbs and the organic plants that we had behind the counter, and the teas were something that kind of emerged as something that people were really looking for. And so I started to do custom blends of the teas, and they were a little bit of a surprise success where people came back for them. The formulas really resonated, and so that's a big part of the concept now. We started to pre-pack and blend some of the teas for people to just grab and go. So that's really lovely to be able to foster that daily ritual of making tea into people's lives, and it does help them with some things that can be quite serious, but also they come to understand that herbs are allies for health as well. The concept of green beauty, and the priority, I guess, for Helen and Hildegard to have green beauty products in the store comes from pretty much my experience as an environmental scientist, as a herbalist. My last, incarnation, I was director of sustainability for a multinational personal care contract manufacturer. So going through the lens of seeing how important it is on a global perspective to have a supply chain that is green, meaning natural source ingredients, environmentally sound. If there are any chemical inputs, they are done to a certain standard of environmental ethic, and the impacts are all measured. So knowing that we are a very small planet and a very kind of precarious environmental planet, then it's important that everything that we support through Helen and Hildegard does help engage with those types of initiatives that maintain a healthy planet. So one key ingredient, I guess, behind all of the things that we put out on the shelf at Helen Hildegard is actually the information that we give to our customers alongside of that. So any questions that they may have about something, if they want to know where something is from or how something is made or what this ingredient really does for them, it's really important to us to have that knowledge behind us in order to answer those questions for them. And we ask those questions ourselves of each of the products that come in from the different brands. They're pre-qualified, vetted that way, so that we're assured of their efficacy, but also the sustainability of the ingredients as well. The products that we make at Helen and Hildegard, it actually stems from the same kind of philosophy that I had at a company that I founded with a good friend of mine, Denise Williams, a bit over 20 years ago, called Matter Company. We're both herbalists, and we started a company that was based all on herbal formulas and very utilitarian products for women during pregnancy, for infants under a year, for outdoors type of applications as well. And that company is still running strong, but a lot of the philosophy that Denise and I had behind that was, you know, the ingredients are the product. That is their moniker, in that that has to speak at the forefront of what something does. So that same integrity is something that is folded into all of the things that we do and look for with whatever we carry and dispense at Helen and Hildegard as well.